Hey everyone, Anna here. I'm live once again. Happy Friday. And today I wanted to talk to you about something that's been coming up for me lately and also for a lot of people. I've been seeing quite a lot of posts about this actually. And so the other day I thought that would be a great topic for this week's live. So, Facebook algorithms have been changing. It's nothing new. They kind of change all the time. But it seems like a lot of people have really been feeling this with the most recent changes. And hi, Tina. So good to see you here. And yeah, so including myself, like I've been hearing people say things like, I kind of feel like nobody's seeing my posts or nobody's listening or, nobody's watching my lives even. And sometimes it can be really easy to take these things personally, but that's my first point for you today. If that's happening or if you're experiencing this, I think this is really important. Hi, Marilyn. Don't take it personally. It has nothing to do with the value of what you're posting or with you not being good enough. Rather, see it as an opportunity. Challenges are always opportunities. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow. And the truth is that things always change. It's part of life. Change is part of life. It's part of this never-ending cycle of birth and growth and then transformation, rebirth, and all of that. And Tina says, important info with Venus retrograde self-worth theme. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I've actually been noticing with this retrograde, a lot of topics have been coming up. Hi, Bess. So good to see you. Yeah, I'm not an astrologer. I don't really know too much about these things, but I saw somebody talking about this recently to kind of look at the themes that are coming up in connection with the things that we experienced the last time Venus was in retrograde in this sign, which I think was like in 2010. So I've definitely been noticing a lot of these themes. A lot of these are actually really beautiful. It's got to do with awakening for me and change, career changes and all of that. I'll talk a little more about that a bit later. But yeah, anyway, so let's get back to the actual topic of this live. So yeah, self-worth themes. Definitely don't take it personally. It's got nothing to do with what you're worth or what your content is worth. Rather, see it as an opportunity to grow and change. So this is especially important for light workers right now, and I'll get into that a little more in a moment. But the first thing I wanted to say here is that nothing, and I've said this so many times, but it's such an important thing to remember, nothing that exists outside of you truly has power over you, whether it's a Facebook algorithm or anything else. So it's really a great reminder, a great opportunity to reconnect with your true creative power, to remember who you really are. And yeah, so this happens on two levels. So first of all, hi, Kate. It's, yeah, an opportunity to reconnect with your creative power and really remembering who you are as an unlimited divine creator. So nothing outside of you can stop you. The more physically tangible aspect of this is really stepping more fully into your authenticity, being more of who you really are as a human being, as a person, and letting that inspire you in your marketing and, in whatever way you're sharing your work. And knowing that when you really share from that place, first of all, you have no competition, and then, your light really shines and you make a bigger impact just through that. So there are always ways to navigate around any algorithm. And I think a lot of us have been doing this and gotten pretty good at this, with all the changes that keep happening all the time. We kind of keep adjusting our strategies. But it's not just that. I think just by being your unique self and just by really following what your soul is guiding you to put out there and following your inspiration and embodying your zone of genius, your creative genius, there is so much you can do. All right. Then, okay, let's see. I'm just looking at my notes here. So there are a few things that came through from me yesterday. I did a bit of, I wouldn't say channeling, but I think I received some downloads around this, especially for light workers. So as I said, changes and challenges are always opportunities to grow. And right now, it seems like there are visibility themes are coming up for a lot of light workers. So again, this has to do with stepping more fully into our authenticity, into our purpose as well. And yeah, I talked about this in a post maybe last week or 2 weeks ago. We've been working through a lot of themes from ancient Atlantis. We've been releasing a lot of those, a lot of the old programming and trauma connected to our own personal soul experiences, in relation to Atlantis. And I still get a little nervous when I talk about this. I think a lot of light workers have a lot of trauma attached to this. So visibility has been a big one in recent times, and really one exercise that I suggested recently was like visualizing yourself, removing your cloak of invisibility and really seeing yourself shining your light. I recently did that for myself, and it made a huge difference. That was the day before I went live again for the first time in a really long time here on my timeline. And it just felt so different in so many ways. So if you feel inspired to try this out, definitely have fun and see what happens. Let me know what happens. I'd really love to hear. And so anyway, this is really an opportunity for light workers, especially right now. And I mean, for everybody, but light workers definitely have their own themes, to drop that cloak of invisibility and to work through the issues. So everything that comes up for you when you're kind of feeling triggered by the experience of feeling invisible, whether it's because of the algorithm changes or anything like that, anything else, see that as a message and see where you're really, where you're holding back and where you are holding yourself back from stepping more fully into your power and shining your light without worrying about what Facebook thinks or what other people think and so on. So drop that fear and just be you, just do your thing. And the last thing that I wanted to mention here as well, also important for light workers, especially right now, I mean for everybody, but especially for light workers, it's an opportunity to really think about what you want to give your power to. A lot of what's happening right now is also connected to our relationship with the authorities in this world, with the systems that have been built over many hundreds and thousands of years and that are controlled by certain people who we perceive as powerful, the powerful forces in this world. And so as light workers, we are really here to challenge these systems and to ultimately not even just break them down, but it really has a lot to do with how, thank you for the hearts, and just saying hi to everybody, how we handle ourselves in those situations. I think that's much more important in a lot of ways than, just fighting the system or, I mean, awareness is great and raising awareness is great, but in the end, I think there's so much we can do. We really have to start with ourselves. We have to start within ourselves. And so for each of us, it's so important to really become aware of what we choose to give our power to, and then make another choice if we want to. And so in terms of Facebook algorithms, and if you feel that Facebook isn't working for you as well as it used to in your marketing, one piece of inspiration that's been coming through for me personally is also looking for alternatives. What are other things that I can do? And this will be different for everybody, but I personally have a lot of experience. I mean, I've been online for a pretty long time, so I have experience with search engine optimization and, really setting up your website and your blog in such a way to drive traffic, and using funnels and all those things. I've been exploring that, and there are other ways too, like relationship building. I'm not really going to go into all the strategies here, but there are definitely so many things you can do. So anyway, whatever works best for you, follow that. Whatever inspires you, trust that and explore that, and remember that, again, nothing existing outside of you can really have power over you or can stop you. And if you feel that that is happening, then see that as an opportunity to push through those barriers and become more visible, more radiant as the beautiful divine creator you really are. And yeah, I think that's everything. Hi, Greta. So good to see you. That's everything for today. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below. Also, if you're watching the replay, and if you want more support with this, then please feel free to send me a message. I currently have a few coaching spots available, and I can also support you in other ways. There are actually a few new things that I've been working on. So graphic design, tech support, websites, and that type of thing. So if any of that resonates with you, please reach out. And also if you have any questions, leave them down below or PM me. I'm sending you much love and wishing you a happy Friday, happy weekend, and I'll talk to you again soon.